don't usually do this on our shows, but I'm going to do something a little bit different.
Okay.
Okay? I want you to have a look at this, and I want you to tell me your thoughts. So look at this. This is your LinkedIn post, right?
Yeah,
your LinkedIn post, right? I'm going to read it out to everyone, yeah? You know what this is about,
Yeah, I know
right?
the post, yeah.
Now, Tevin put out a LinkedIn post, okay? He put out a LinkedIn post. Was it, when did this come out again?
I done the post about a month ago or so. The picture's from 3 years ago.
From 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, this picture was taken, there was a picture taken 3 years ago. I will put it in the, I'll put this link in the show notes, okay? But essentially, the LinkedIn post goes like this. This picture was taken 3 years ago today. I was working a full-time internship, studying a full-time MSc in the evenings and relentlessly applying for work in any other free time I had. 3 years and 700 plus applications later, I'm married, a homeowner, working in a great role at Bloomberg, running my podcast, 1,000 Voices. And then, of course, he said, go and check out and leave a review. I'm going to leave a review, by the way. I was meant to do that yesterday, but I got distracted, man. Like, it's a crazy world we're living, honestly.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to finish off. At the time, it felt like nothing was going right. I was barely getting any interviews. I can relate to that, honestly. And the ones I did have weren't getting back to me. Looking at this photo now, it's actually crazy to fathom how much life has changed since then. Would never have imagined I'd be here right now. A lot can change in a relatively small period of time. Looking at this photo is a reminder to myself more than anybody else to keep striving, to keep going, and to never give up. And then the post gets a whopping 3,167 likes, 109 comments, 23 shares. Wow, bro! Congrats for your perseverance, man.
Thank you.
What talk me through that period in your life, like when you're on that laptop, nothing's happening for you, but you have this belief that, okay, I'm gonna keep going, you know, and something's gonna pop. But before you get into that, it reminded me of Reggie Nelson. Is it Reggie Nelson? Or was it Reggie Nelson, I believe? Do you know the guy knocking on doors? The guy who knocked on.
Oh, yes.
Is that him, right?
I think that's the name. Pretty sure.
Yeah, Reggie Nelson, another Ghanaian, right?
Yeah.
I probably should get him on, actually.
Yeah.
Reggie Nelson, the guy that, maybe you should even try and get him on yourself. But
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy that knocked on hundreds of doors, probably,
Yeah.
to ask people how do they get rich or how do they make their money or millions, whatever. And then eventually he knocked his door literally to an opportunity. And that was a creative way to get, you know, an opportunity, because everyone will go out to maybe Canary Wharf and they'll stand outside the station. Hey, I'm looking for a job. Please hire me.
Yeah.
But, you know, maybe they get a job, maybe they don't get a job, or they just bang out applications like you did. But 700 applications, bro. I don't think many people will get to that, bro. So, yeah, congrats. So,
Thank you.
I mean, talk me through what was going through that period of your life, man.
Yeah, that period. So I'll start off with a quote that I love that really resonated with me after I posted that picture on online.
Yeah.
Which is, I can't remember who said it, maybe Bill Gates or someone else, but the quote is, most people overestimate what they can do in 1 year and underestimate what they can achieve in 10 years. Admittedly, obviously, that wasn't 10 years, that was over a 3-year period.
Yeah.
But
I think it was Bill Gates, because I just heard that quote like a few weeks ago myself.
Yeah, so when I saw that picture again, so basically my wife sent me that picture about a month ago, and she was like, oh, this was from 3 years ago. And I was like, wow, I completely forgot.
Oh, she took it?
Yeah, well, yeah, she's the one that took it. We was in, where was I? We was in a coffee shop in around Bank Monument sides.
Yeah.
And I was sitting, I think I was having an interview or something online. And she took that picture whilst I was doing it. And that period of time, so I was working, it was a full-time, it was an internship. So it wasn't a full-time job on an intern wage. so it wasn't enough, to get me by or anything like that. But I was working a full-time internship. I was studying a master's at the same time, but it was an evening course.
Look at that, man.
I just grinding, man, trying to get something. So I was trying all sorts of different things, and I was smashing out applications over a long period of time. So it's not like I was doing, you can apply for jobs like LinkedIn or Indeed or whatever. It's quick apply.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing.
Still, bro. Some people will get to 100 and say, "Oh, this is long. I can't be bothered."
It's long. Trust me.
To make this happen.
Trust me, it was long. it was long. Yeah. I was doing. I wasn't just like a bunch of quick applies. I was trying to really tailor every single application I was doing. So I was doing. If on my laptop, I still have all of my CVs, all of my cover letters for all of the jobs I applied for, all uniquely tailored for every single job. So I was trying to do 2-3 a day, trying to do good quality applications, but it was frustrating because it was over a long period of time. I was with my then girlfriend, had big plans for the future, and I couldn't get onto the job ladder and where I wanted to get onto it. And it was a very, very frustrating period of time. But just looking back at that picture, and I completely forgot about that picture, I was like, wow, like it's nuts, because back then it really felt like nothing was going right, and I was trying everything. I've done all these. I've done the online applications. I've done creative things as well. I've done some mad stuff. I've done. I'll tell you a quick story.
Go on.
Do you know the fashion brand? You know Hermes or Hermes?
Yeah, I do.
They do.
Yeah.
They got those bags, the Birkin bags. Yeah. So I went. This is a little bit before this picture actually. I went to I found out where their head office was in the UK. It was like around Marylebones or something like that.
Of course.
Yeah. So I walked in. I remember one day, and it was so spur of the moment. I'm walking past it. Well, I knew where the area was, but I'm walking past, spur of the moment. I'm like, oh right, it's around here. I checked the address. Cool. Walked into the office. I weren't dressed up. I weren't wearing a suit or nothing. I was wearing like some casual, very casual outfit. Walked in and I was like, oh, hi. I got the name of the UK managing director. His name is Bertrand. So I was like, oh, hi. Hi there, I'm here to see Bertrand Mashoud. And they were like, oh, who are you? So I'm like, oh, it's just Tevin Kittoe. Tell him Tevin's downstairs. You know who it is. He don't know who I am. He's never heard of me.
Confidence.
But like, I done that. And I think it's the way I said it. Then the receptionist called up. And then I'm sitting down thinking I'm going to get kicked out.
Yeah.
But no, then they invited me up. And then I went to talk to his PA, but he was he was traveling or something like that, so he wasn't there. So I gave my details to the PA, thinking nothing of it, thinking she's never going to call me back. She probably I was thinking, she think who's this joker? Like trying to walk in here, but no, he come back to me, and I actually met up with him a couple times afterwards.
Amazing.
And then he offered me a role actually.
No way.
At Hermes.
Okay.
And which I foolishly turned down. Because
what?
I know it don't make sense because I was at that period of time. I was so it wasn't what I wanted to do. Essentially, I wanted to get into consultancy. Yeah. And I was just so confident, even though things weren't necessarily working the way I wanted them to work. I was so confident I'd be able to get where I wanted to get to. Yeah. And I didn't really want to, sell myself short or go into something I didn't want to get into. And I kind of just done it just to, I don't know, just to try, just to say I can do it. So, it was mad period of time.
Have you worked in sales before? Or any kind of anything like that?
I'm working in sales now, and it's my first job in sales.
Okay, but before you had no kind of sales experience.
Nah.
Because what you just did reminds me of a cold call, right? You're basically obviously you're acting as if you know the guy. You're talking as if you already know the guy. Because when you do a cold call, it's important to make it as warm as possible, so that or establish some rapport, so that you can at least get through the door. Because when you're saying, "Hi, my name is Tevin. I'm here to see X, Y, Z," just let them know I'm here. Basically, that is basically, saying that you already know the person, right? And bro, like it sounds like you've been in sales before, but bro, like I rate your creativity because not many people will come up with something like that, and to have the confidence.
Thank you.
Amazing. It just shows how much like you wanted an opportunity, and you got that opportunity, you turned it down, but. Again, you said it wasn't what you wanted, and what you wanted to get into back then, is it the path that you're on now? And what big plans you had back then? Are they kind of like leading towards what you're doing right now?
So, So in terms of the plans I've had, so in everything I've done, what I've learnt in my life is that I'm not very, very motivated by the money exactly.